everybody. Welcome to the second live stream. Now, we got to keep it a little quiet because our neighbors in the office around thought we were a little boisterous the other day.
Boisterous, good
Yeah.
word. Excellent word.
Did you ever think you and me, we would be considered too loud or boisterous?
Oh, no.
However, they were fairly cute when they came over and asked us to that, so that was a positive. So if we start yelling, you'll know what's going on.
We love our neighbors.
Yeah. So we've been following along. By the way, first of all, what do we say? Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's been amazing. You guys have been great so far. We've got a great start. In order for us to hit our goal and beyond, we need you guys out there spreading the word. We need you out there telling people about us. Let's build this community. Let's get this thing going. Let's make sure that we can bring dissent back. It's been far too long, 16 years since the last one, and we need to bring it back, and we can bring it back together. And with that being said, there have been a whole lot of questions, and there's been a singular theme.
A singular theme. Interesting how you say it that way.
A singular theme,
Interesting,
Rob.
yes.
Now, and so we want to address some of those things. We'll be updating the fact today.
Oh, yes.
But we thought it's important to get out there and explain the thinking behind things. And while we're doing an open development, one of the things about it is some of the decisions we make, right, might not be right. And so that's what we're here for with you, to get with you and talk to you about and explain how these things came about. And, you know.
We've been wrong once.
No, never.
Okay, once.
All right, well, so tell us about, tell Rob a roadmap or a single-player campaign. What's going on there?
Okay, so the biggest question on everyone's mind, apparently, is, hey, it sounds like you're only doing multiplayer.
Yeah.
Isn't there supposed to be single-player in Descent too? And, of course, coming from me, personally, I'm a single-player guy.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, yes, absolutely. We've always planned for limited single-player. What the campaign was built for was the idea of building the multiplayer to continue to fund a super epic large single-player game.
Right. With that in mind, we had the original. So the original funding goal, we have what we planned as a prologue, which is like a smaller campaign, which introduces the larger campaign.
Yeah.
And being that we're a prequel to the whole thing, you're kind of going to find out where the PTMC came from, and the pyro came from, and the mineral and the oh my God, material defenders. I almost called them mineral defenders. You know why? Because we're mining. So. Anyway, so we're going to find out where all that stuff comes from. And so, being that as it may, that we had that as a stretch goal coming up. And it's a rather large one, because in order to do a single-player and a multiplayer game at the same time, you need to almost double the size of your team. And then you've got things like voice work and cinematics and things that, I mean, look, we made what? Wing Commanders, Star Lancers. We make large, epic stories. And Descent deserves a large, epic story.
Absolutely.
Right. So we don't want to do it. We can't do it. If we're not going to do it, we're going to do it right. So that stretch goal price was going to be about $1.5 million. And we didn't want to put that up on the site right away because it just seemed too high.
Hubris.
Right.
It seems like, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I mean, let's contain and do the multiplayer. We can do that. We know we can do that with a small prologue, and then we'll use the funds from that to fund the big single player. So that's always been the plan. I guess we could have been more clear in the thing, but that's why we're here now, and that's why we want to answer those questions. So I think they answered that question.
I think we did.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And if we're gonna take some questions in a little bit on our chat at descendantstudios.com chat. So go to the forum, sign up for chat, get in there, and you can ask us questions directly. That gets us to the Pyro. That's the second question that most people. Where's my Pyro GX?
Well, obviously it can't be the Pyro GX.
No, because we're a prequel. We're a prequel, right? But the Pyro GX was a beefed up ship from a previous iteration. So we clearly have the Pyro GX. In fact, we have it in development already. Not the GX. I'm sorry.
The Pyro
prequel. The Pyro prequel, which we haven't named. Maybe we can let them actually name that. That would be kind of fun.
What's the precursor to the Pyro?
What's it called?
Pyro precursor. That's not easy to say.
No. Well, then we won't call it the Pyro precursor. because I think nobody will want it if you can't say it. And so I think that's a good idea. We'll put it up and let them name. So what we've done is we put a poll up in our forums saying, do you want it now or do you want it later? It was planned to come later, as a stretch goal, as an add-on with a single-player campaign. But if you want it now, we can bring it forward. It's just how you want to do that. And so go to the forums. I put a poll up there. Vote. Let us know what you think, and we're going to honor that poll. I mean, that's part of why we're doing open development. We want your input. We want to see what's going on. I mean, is it just a vocal minority saying give it to us now, or does everybody want it? Look, I know I want it, to be honest. I mean, that was the ship I flew.
I have plans for it.
Yeah.
I have very, very, very evil plans
Very
for
evil
it.
plans. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So also that brings us to the third most asked questions. We've had a lot of people ask for new tiers. They want to be able to like select their ships out of the ones that are available. Like instead of just doing the adventurers package or the assault package, they want to be able to have a 2-tier package or a 3-tier package. And so we're considering that. I think we might do that. It just ends up being like this long list of tiers.
It gets longer, yeah. I mean, and part of it is right now we kind of know exactly where everything stands, so it can help us stagger our development properly with the ship.
That's true. If
if everybody's picking their own,
right. Yeah, and the picking their own is not really a problem for us. It'd just be, the way it would work is you would pick, it would probably be a couple dollars more, like $5 more per tier, because right, the Wasp would probably be, since that's kind of the entry ship, which is coming up, that's how we do that. So, like say we'd have a pick 3 for $80. I think that's our tier there. So, or no, $85. Right, yeah, right, my bad. So that way you guys could choose whatever you want when you join to the forums. You'd say, okay, what ships do you have from Kickstarter? When we do the conversion, and you'd tell us, and we go from there. So you kind of build your own. That's probably coming. I don't know if anybody. We also got some comments about the first map not feeling the Senti.
Yeah, the Senti.
But the reason for that is that we want to have big, up to 64 players playing, and so we built a huge map first to see how our PCs, CPUs, GPUs would handle all that. So we built that big map. We're testing it out. We've got multiplayer up, and we'll probably show you that in the next few days, at least between 2 people, and then. But that's not the only map, and that's not how all the maps are going to look, which is why we showed you yesterday kind of the map we're starting to make, which is a little more Descenti, and so we'll show you that right now. Oh, we got to keep talking because Mike's waiting to upload it, I think, to the switcher. Are we correct there, Michael?
No, it's rolling right now.
It's rolling right now?
Oh, it's rolling. We're just talking over it.
Cave there.
Look at how fabulous this looks.
Oh.
We are not seeing this right now.
No, I guess not. This is what happens when you do live streams.
Color commentary, it's difficult when you're not actually seeing it.
So anyway, you get the idea here. This is one of the ships we're building. We haven't put the doors in place yet.
Coming soon.
You can see how we can, people can hook up different asteroids together and put it together, build kind of like a wiffle ball style of play. And so that's exactly the kind of Descenti feel we're going to be going for. We have these doors that will open like, like that. Kind of. I can't see the whiteboard.
How'd that go again?
It's really cool.
That's
yeah, no, it's totally. We're going to use that sound effect. Yeah.
Absolutely.
With people, I totally want to do a version in alpha where when you shoot your lasers, it goes
pew pew
pew pew pew pew pew pew pew pew pew pew. I think that would be fun, but I'd probably get annoying after a while, wouldn't it?
About 2 seconds.
Yeah, but still, I'd be laughing pretty hard, and that's what it's about, making me laugh.
Making Eric laugh. This is our goal in this office.
So another question that's come up has been stretch goals. Why don't we see them?
Stretch goals.
Well, we're very happy. We've made 25% of our goal in only 2 days so far, so that's great. But it's almost 3 days now, isn't it?
No, it's 2.
2? Yeah, 2.
It's been 2 days right now.
It has been 2 days.
Right now.
Exactly 2 days. Oh, my God. And by the way, I'm talking on a panel Saturday at 5:30 at I know. What the heck anybody wants to hear from me? We're going to be talking about...
You're good at talking.
Yeah. No. Yeah, my wife would not agree with
Ask
you.
the neighbors.
She would say I'm good at other, not. Never mind. I don't want to.
No, whoa.
I wasn't even trying to go there. I was going a totally different direction, and I came back and it went the wrong way. So that's totally typical.
Livestream.
Yeah. So stretch goals are coming, but we want to get a little closer to our mark before we release them.
Yeah.
And also, we've got a lot of them, but we also want to be reactive to what you guys are looking for, which is why we're doing the poll on the Pyro and things of that nature. So it's very important that we do this together. I mean, as I've said before, when we did Starlancer, we did cooperative multiplayer, and nobody played it. So, and we didn't have that information.
It's a darn shame.
It was really good. It opened up all these. Well, it's really cooperative single player, to be honest. But it was incredible. It opened up new branches and all this other stuff. But so if you can find Starlancer in a bin somewhere, like a bargain bin, get it. It's really good. I'm the voice of the trainer. All right.
A little bit of trivia.
Yeah, a little bit of trivia. You didn't know that? Well, the funny part is I was actually Moose, which was the sidekick. And
now that I can totally believe.
Yeah, I know. I know I was the annoying sidekick. And then we were going through tests, and Chris actually was like, dude, I don't want to hear your voice anymore. And I goes, I'm sick of hearing your voice. Because we've known each other forever, and we've been best buds. And so we changed it. We changed it to professional actor. But
actually, I ended up doing that voice, I think.
No, you didn't do Moose.
No, I did it for Wing 3.
What did you? I did Primate for Wing 3.
And I did Moose for Wing 3.
Oh, you were Moose for Wing 3?
Yeah.
Ah, that's cool.
Moose? I wrote the dialogue. It was kind of crappy.
That's kind of the fun, though. It's space jargon, right? So, anyway, so Microsoft, the testers all signed a petition to bring me back, but it was too late. It was too late. Too late.
Thank you, testers.
Yeah, too late. Not there anymore. So the final question we can address before we get to your questions is VR, Mac, Linux, all this stuff. So the easy answer is that Unreal supports it. We support it. So it's kind of like, I guess, again, this is one of those situations where you kind of think that it's obvious, but it's not. And so
It's not. There's always a little extra effort involved. But,
yeah,
you know,
no, you can't. You know, first of all, with the VR, you're going to have to supply the PTMC barf bag that comes with it.
You're going to need.
Yeah, it's going to attach to the back of your neck. It's going to hang out. For those people who want to do that. But no, I mean seriously, we're going to be anything that the Unreal supports. We're planning to support as well. So that's coming up.
We support it, but we're not going to use it. Not personally.
I am.
I'm not.
I want to. You know,
I do not want to be vomiting all over the
No,
office.
I don't want to do that either. But I want to try the new one that's from Valve. That's supposed to be kicking OR's butt. I want to see it because I did some of the original OR stuff, and we have an OR kit as well. And Jason's hogging it all the time. He's supposed to be using it.
Programmers.
So yeah, programmers. Anyway, let's take your questions now. What's kind of the things we wanted to cover? At least for now. Again, we'll be updating the FAQ. So, Phil, you got any questions for us?
Well, we have a couple of questions to get us started. One is more general, which is, are we going to have weekly streams?
Certainly during the campaign.
Yeah.
At least.
Oh, and then we'll have a Wingman's. We're going to have one episode of Wingman's, whatever we call it, not Wingman's Wait.
Wingman's, whatever we call it.
Well, Wingman's Nuts. We're going to call it. I think it's going to be called Wingman's Hangout, and so we'll have one of those with some of This Week in Space and Winglet's Corner and some other new segments we'll be doing. So, but we will be live streaming during the campaign, and we're going to lock a day down to do that. I'm thinking Thursday 11 o'clock works, so that you guys know it's a tentpole event, can come hang out and be with us that day and be with us. Be with us. That's special.
Special.
What
And
else, Bill?
our next question is, do we have an ETA for Alpha?
We do. Do you want to tell them?
Jinx. Should we tell them?
Yeah, I think we should.
Sure, tell them.
I can see it right back there on the
Yeah.
board.
I know. Well, I mean, we were going to kind of let Phil do his post today with the roadmap.
Oh, that's true. The roadmap.
But
the
should we
roadmap-
give it away now? Get
Well,
out of the boat?
I think we can talk about
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Okay, so our plan, every plan subject to change, of course, with changing circumstances. Our plan is for Alpha to hit around, well, we'll call it mid-October of this year.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
by the
pre.
way, is that pre? We can't read that far.
No,
pre-alpha
that's alpha. Pre-alpha's in
in August. Okay, so
My bad.
Okay, Phil's not doing the post
he's
today.
even closer to
This
the
is not
whiteboard.
good.
He can see the whiteboard. It's right next to him, and he missed that.
And I might have even been the one to write that down.
You wrote
I don't know.
No, I think
No, Eric wrote it.
I wrote, but I'll be right back. I've got one thing to show you guys.
I have no idea what he's doing.
I don't know. He just ran off.
Hopefully he's bringing me coffee, because I need more coffee. Oh.
Oh, look at that.
We have a lamp, baby.
And it's
We have
big.
a bigger lamp. Nothing like a bigger lamp. Just saying.
It's broken. I guess we shouldn't mention that part.
Well, it's already mentioned now, I guess.
Genius. It's a special way.
So yeah. So
You guys want more questions?
yeah, sure.
Sure.
All right, here's a fun one. Somebody wants to know, what's your weight now?
I honestly do not know. I've got the scale. I've got the Wingman's weight scale. When we launch the show, we'll be bringing that segment back. It's not good. It's probably. I'm thinking it's probably about. Oh, we got to scooch over here. It's probably about I'd say 240 right now, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Wow.
That would be a big red number on the
Oh
screen.
man.
That would be a big red number.
Thanks for the support.
Eric. So.
Here's one for Rob.
Oh,
Are there any nice corporations?
of course.
Okay.
They just are all defunct because the nice people have finished last.
Should we talk a little bit about the story that we have, or should we? The problem with single player campaigns is if you give too much away, it sort of ruins the surprise.
fun.
I know.
We have all these plans,
But let's just say that you want to find out where the PTMC came from, where the pyro came from, what caused the rise of the bots and the drones. So that will all be
You're already giving away too much, aren't you?
I know. I was really had to stop myself there. But we'll be publishing some lore coming up that'll kind of tie into that in the future pretty quickly, I think. Actually, we got some really neat stuff from Duncan, from Zane that is going to tie into that. So we'll figure out. We'll find a place to give that to you. So, what else you got for us, Phil?
When do we want to start subscriber?
Oh, that's a really good question. You know, we didn't even talk PayPal. I didn't write that down here either.
Oh,
so
you didn't write that down. You're right.
No,
but we should talk about that.
Yeah. So we have a lot of requests for PayPal, and I've kind of outlined what we don't want to do is cannibalize the Kickstarter. Kickstarter is one of those situations where we've got to hit our mark. Once we hit it, then the money's secure, we're all good. So we would like to have a PayPal option up on our site. We're actually discussing that right now. The thinking right now is that we do PayPal with a caveat saying, please support us on Kickstarter if you can. If not, here's a PayPal option. Right. And then having that kind of thing. And so what was the other? We got us to PayPal from. What was the question, Phil? I lost the momentum.
Oh,
there.
subscriber.
Oh, subscribers. So when we launch the store with PayPal, we will also have that subscriber option. And subscribers are going to be able to, that's a good question. They'll have access to a lot more live streams. So we'll be live streaming design meetings. And that's going to happen, happen after we're done with the campaign. Because right now, most of our job is the campaign. We want to respond to everybody personally because we believe that without that we're not going to make this work. We've got to do it together. And so we're all about making sure that we and you make this happen. So we're spreading the news. You guys got there, spread the news. That's very important to making this happen. So next question, sir.
More subscriber. Will there be semi-annual or annual options? And what do I get for
yes.
There'll be options to, like, instead of, I think it's only going to be $10 a month. We're not going to go for the big, $20 a month. That just seems like a lot to me.
And for those who are not clear, it will not require a subscription to play the game.
That's a very good point. It's only a subscribers for the forums and to get more dev access. That's all subscribers are for. There's no benefit to the game at all. So it's just to help development a little more. Like you want to get closer to the devs and you want to support that. It's all completely voluntary, and you'll get design access. You'll get access to Proving Grounds, stuff like that. So there's a little more access.
Ooh, Proving Grounds.
Proving Grounds, yeah. Ooh, that's
giving away the whole farm now.
Should we ask for Phil? Well, that's the thing. Should we ask Phil when that happens and not let him turn around? And
that's going to be in August.
Yeah,
this year, August.
That's right.
Yeah, it did say 16 for a while, and then we realized
Yeah, right.
Wrong year.
Can't be 16. That'd be a year and a half.
Hey, here's a question about the pyro if you guys want.
Sure. A question about the pyro.
Is it going to be a drone?
We are actually debating that very thing now. We're talking about it being a drone. We're in the midst of saying, so I don't want to give too much of the fiction away.
Be a drone.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a drone. The first iteration of.
Yes, first iteration.
But we'd like to have. I can't give that away, man.
We hope this goes on for a very long time, and we have lots more to add.
So the idea behind them is that they're still pilots. They're still clinging to the old ways. All right. They want cockpits. They want to fly the ship. So you'll just have to wait and see.
How about mouse or joystick?
Yes.
Both.
Yeah, both. I mean, we're going to let you fly with mouse, joystick, HOTAS. We're going to support gamepad. We're going to support all that. If you have a HOTAS, we're going to let you set that up. I mean, it's all about your specific type of gameplay. How do you want to play? You want to play with a joystick and the hat? Absolutely. And people that have that a little more control, and they can be much more deadly. I end up being popcorn in those kind of situations.
Well, we expect that.
Yeah, I'll have the pink ship with the fluffy bunny ears zooming around.
Sweet.
Yeah, and with like no shielding.
Is that another stretch goal? The pink fluffy bunny ship?
That's the Pyro MX.
This is news to me.
that's the wingman's weight. It's going to be this big big chubby bumblebee looking thing.
I have to change my ship stats because I don't have the pink fluffy bunny
ship. You don't have to give it any stats.
Okay.
What else?
That's about it for the questions for now.
Okay. Good. Cool. All right, so I think that's kind of what we wanted to do. We just want to give you guys a quick update and see what's going on. And again, please help us spread the word.
Please.
Without your support, most of you have already supported now. Thank you guys very much. Get it out there. Get it to all the people on every forum you can. Get your little backer banner under your signature everywhere. We're talking to, one last thing. We had nothing to do with Soul Contingency getting a cease and desist. Nothing.
Not our fault.
We didn't even talk to, I was still at Star Citizen when that happened. So just for the record, and I've been talking to those guys. They're great guys, and honestly, I would love to have them be part of this. So they've already proven that they've got the passion to make the game. It's just that we want to make sure. Ship stats page. Yeah, they were. Morph's already wanting the
Sooner
ship stats
than
page.
you think.
A physical boxes cookie. That's one more question. So we've got a physical box tier. I think it's $500 now, and the reason it is because it's going to be a small run, and there's shipping and manufacturing costs involved in that.
Yeah.
If we sell boxes at a lower tier, say we charge $100, it's still going to cost us about $40 to get that shipped, packaged, and sent off to you. So we wouldn't really actually be recouping that much. So it gets to be, with the minimal run, it gets to be hard to do. That being said, if enough people maybe want it, we'd probably get that at a later date. But right now, that probably not at this point.
Okay. If we see enough support.
Oh, it says Grey Wolf says, please check Twitch chat for questions before you go.
Yo, Phil.
Okay.
That's
Here's a
you.
couple that just come up.
Okay, good.
So, is this just another MOBA?
No, it's not. It's a single-player campaign. It's session-based. There are some MOBA elements to it, though. So, and that's another thing, another bugaboo that I've read a few places. There's one guy particularly on YouTube, which is follow me around, and that's cool. He's very passionate about it. He keeps calling it microtransactions. Now, we want to be clear. Those are all voluntary. You can earn every single thing by just playing the game. So the reason for that is that, some people have 100 hours a week to play, and they're going to level, they're going to buy all this cool stuff and have fun and kit their ship up with cool stuff, with cosmetic pieces, and make it look reasonable. But then you've got people...
Reasonable?
Well, make it look kind of cool, like the Red Baron.
Yeah, reasonable is not the word we're looking for.
No, probably not reasonable. Yeah. But people want to look at the Red Baron. And then you've got people like myself or others with kids and stuff that don't have the hours to play as much anymore. So those people want to still kit their ship out and make it look really reasonable. Make it look.
That's going to be our catchword.
I know. Yeah. Redacted.
Reasonable.
Reasonable.
It's like that looks reasonable.
That's reasonable. And you can remember we'll get the higher currency of fills.
Don't forget the fills.
We'll get the fills. And so it's all voluntary. That's the whole point. And all that does is help us pay for server costs and development, additional development, keep the live team going, stuff like that. So those are not something that anybody needs to be doing. Once you've bought the game, own the game, you can play it. And there is a LAN option to where if you want to just play it at home with buddies, play it. It's okay. Another question
at some point.
You want to talk a little bit about the various multiplayer modes?
I think that's something for the future, don't you?
We're still tweaking that list and expanding that list, and yes, we are looking at old Descent modes as well.
And that's kind of one of the things we want to kind of talk to the fans about, right? It's which are your special levels? Maybe you guys can start a forum post in the our forums and let us know which are your favorites, and then we can kind of go back and think, how could we remaster that or make that with great assets, our ship. I'll give you an example. I was talking to the Soul guys, and they're making really cool stuff, but their ships are like 10,000 polys, right? Ours are like 50 to 60,000 tries. So, it's just we're making a really high end. We came from Star Citizen. We think that in order to bring Descent up to 2015, we need to make it. Descent deserves a chance to be really badass, and so that's where we're taking it.
AAA. That's 20 years later, AAA is a much different beast.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Unless you're Strafe, which did the cool Kickstarter for the 1995 graphics, but that's okay. Another story.
So, do you think we'll ever extend alpha access to anybody below the $80 tier?
I think there's a chance for that. We might. When we were at Star Citizen, I think we did that there. We added like a badge that you could buy it. At that point, they probably would do something like that here too. But it's just going to depend because at Alpha, a lot of things break, and so we want to have a contained group. That's going to. Now, if you're a subscriber, you probably get that anyway. But if you're in the Alpha, we want you to really, really be there and breaking stuff and sending us details. And so we're trying to keep. The reason we did that is we want to keep it to a hardcore, minimal group of people that is going to really help us move it forward. Now, the Alpha is only how many months until the beta? 3 months. So,
3 months.
Oops, am I giving that away? Then if they know that October's the Alpha, then they know that the backer beta is in January. So Phil's post is getting less and less interesting as we go.
Phil's post is boring now.
Well,
we already know
what can
everything.
I say?
So it's not that far between. So, one more question, or is that going to be it?
I think that's it for now.
Okay, well,
awesome.
I'm not seeing anything else.
Cool. We'll do a live stream every Thursday, 11 o'clock, and we may have some bits where we pop in and out. I think we need to get Wingman's head cam, or nose cam, rather. I still have that prop.
Not a lot of room for walking around.
No, we don't have to, but we have the other office upstairs.
That's true.
So we have quite a big team working on this. We got a lot of stuff we're going to be showing you over the time, and we want to again thank you very much for your support. Keep supporting, keep helping us spread the word. The most important thing you can do out there is share us on Twitch, share us on Twitch. Share us on Twitter. Share us on Facebook. Send me some English lessons. You know,
Too late.
All these kind of things that are important. You know, this was so much better when it was recorded. I looked so much better when it was recorded.
Except that first Kickstarter video, which.
Oh, that's not. Yeah. Oh, that first Kickstarter video was so bad.
Oh man.
Todd's head. All you saw
head.
was Todd's head.
Todd's head.
It was terrible.
6 degrees of awesome.
Yeah, that was bad. You know, the funny thing is, it felt so good doing that, and it felt like two wild and crazy guys, which is a Saturday Night Live reference from the 1980s, but it just or 70s maybe.
70s.
Yeah, who knows? Anyway, thank you guys.
Steve Martin, yeah.
Yeah, and Dan Aykroyd. Thank you guys very much for sharing with us and being part of this. Go to the forum and vote. Make sure you let us know what your thoughts are on the Pyro. Help spread the word about the single-player campaign that, yes, we have it. Yes, we have the single-player campaign. And just tell people what's going on in general. And thank you very much for your support. See ya.